Happy Wednesday, everybody! I am so excited that we have grown, having like 50 new members in a week. I'm like absolutely ecstatic that you guys are here. So I want to share with you, I've posted something in the group. I've already got like 6 or 7 comments on the post because I have so much information in my head about bariatrics and the psychology of bariatrics and transforming yourself after bariatrics that I don't even know where to begin. Just because as I go through this, I know that different people are in different stages. So that's why it's important for me to know what you want to learn, what you need to know. And also the title of this video, knowing and doing are two different things. Knowing and doing are two different things. And that's what I tell a lot of the people that I work with is I can give you the knowledge. I can give you knowledge. And I've seen a couple people post like, all right, I've got the nutrition down. I've got this down. It's the mindset piece, right? Because the cookies are right over there, or your kids are still going to eat certain things. And so the mindset piece, applying things, is huge. It's huge. It's huge. And then also remembering, what do I want? What's my why? Why did I do this? Right? That is huge. And that's something that I really want to impress upon you guys. Okay. Hey, Cassandra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So my first piece is I want to make sure that you write down, if you haven't already, in the group, what is it that you want to learn? What is it that you want to work on? Because what I'm going to be putting together are some free trainings that I will post in the group on how to transform your mindset. And somebody's already talked about journaling. Journaling is one of them. Hey! So journaling is one of them. And it's not always about the food. Like, I know some people that do food journals. I love my FitnessPal. I love Fitbit. I wear a Fitbit, and I do this so that I don't cheat with, the wristbands. Like some people use the wristbands and you get more when you move your arms. I got this to put on my bra so that I wouldn't cheat, so that I knew how much I was actually moving. And as I'm shaking this, I realize I need to put it down because that's cheating too. Okay. So I want to know what it is you guys need to learn so that I can share with you the mindset stuff. And I've been through this. I posted a couple pictures in the group. It's also in the group info. Hey, Kenya. So I get it. I know I can say that what I experienced at 18 months after surgery, like, I have to share this. I thought that my life would be completely different when I lost the weight. I was like, this is who I'm going to be. This is what is going to happen to me. And then I lost the weight. And then I was like, yeah, so who am I? And I didn't have food anymore. Food was an emotional comfort for me. And so I would like literally, and I even had a trigger moment last week. So this is the thing. I've just changed my behavior, but that doesn't mean that this takes a long time to program. I remember sitting in front of the computer working on something and getting really anxious and thinking, I just want to stick something in my mouth. And I've talked about this on video before, and I probably need to do a YouTube or something on it because I've said it quite frequently. When I experienced anxiety, that was the go-to thing that would calm me down, was to eat something. And so that was a behavior shift for me, was practicing the awareness of, oh, I'm not going to stick something in my mouth right now because this is head hunger. This is not, right? You know what I'm saying? This is not a physical hunger. This is a head hunger. And so practicing the awareness and being compassionate with yourself that, hey, that cookie, those chips, whatever it is, that's not serving me right now. That's not serving my soul. That's not who I want to be. And then either writing about it, like I'm already given, to-do lists here, writing about it, talking about it, and really processing what is it that I'm feeling. Hey, Carly, what is it that I'm feeling? at that moment is going to pull you away. But see, if you've never gotten in touch with those emotions before because they were so uncomfortable, because you automatically went to food, right? That's where you went. And so what I want to teach you is to do something differently, not just for today, but for every day. And to get in touch with your feelings, because I know that it'll happen to every person who's a year, 18 months, 2 years out, is that they're going to start to realize like, oh, I don't have food anymore. So what do I have? And so I had to figure that out on myself because I knew I didn't want to regain. And I've talked to other people who have said, this has happened and I've regained, or this has happened and I've regained. So it could be a life situation where you went through a divorce or somebody in your family died, or like really catastrophic things. But when things happen to you emotionally, if food has always been there for you and you have used food in the past, then it's time to like really switch that up and get new, skills, basically, really learn how to handle those emotions so that you don't go towards the food, right? So that's one thing that I want to teach you, right? Hey, Keneva. So what I want to ask you guys, and I'm going to reiterate what I said at the beginning of this video for those of you who are just jumping on. If you haven't already shared with me in the link, what do you want to learn, right, about the mindset practice of this journey? Then share it in that post, because I'm going to be posting some different trainings on really how to help you flip your mindset, how to help you grow through this process. And the thing that I wrote at the title of this video, knowing is different than doing, because we all know what new food to eat. We all know how to exercise. We all know that we're supposed to get our water in, right? We all know that. Do we do it? And if we're not doing it, that has to do with this. That has to do with the planning and prioritizing. And that has to do with taking action. And so I want to help support you guys and see where there's pitfalls, because I know on my journey that part of it was not planning, not prioritizing. And then the other part of it was the emotional piece of who am I? Where am I going? What do I want? Okay, I've lost the weight, but my life is still the same. I thought I would be on a beach somewhere in a bikini. So it's really about after you've gained weight back. All right, so we're going to talk about that too. So experiencing regain and then losing again, right? Losing whatever you've regained. So, and then also I want you to think about, and if you don't feel comfortable writing it in the group, tell me why you think you've regained. Is it habits? Is it habits like you're not using the nutrition guidelines, or you're not exercising, a combination? Is it emotional stuff, emotional eating? Like, why do you think you've gained weight back? And if you don't feel comfortable messaging it in the group, PM me. Just private message me. I'm in here all the time. So, and then I'll use that, and then I will, when I make my trainings, I'll make sure that that covers that specific topic, okay? So that would be important for me to know, because I've heard people say regain, and I've heard people say like, okay, I went through this really challenging life event. And so challenging life event could be the death of a loved one, a divorce, child custody, anything, or it could be emotional stuff, mental health stuff. So it's important to know what you've experienced so that I can make sure that I give you the right tools in that training. Yay! Okay, now I also want to share with you guys today, again, getting back on track is about taking action for you. Okay, so we're going to talk about stress, health issues. PM me with a specific health issue, because I want to make sure that I research it, because I have clients that have like MS. I have clients that have different, like diabetes and things like that. But those are things that can typically get alleviated. Boredom, oh girl, yes. Boredom, yes. Eating because of boredom. So we've got to keep you stimulated in another way, because food can be stimulating. And so that's what happens if you're bored and then you eat, especially if you're grazing throughout the day. That's no bueno. That's not good. So we want to help you to switch your habits so that you feel good, but you're like, oh, head hunger. Right. Okay, I need to go do this. Head hunger. Oh, I need to go do that. So you have strategies at your fingertips instead of going towards the food. So I get that. Totally get that. All right. And then, taking action today. So knowing and doing are two different things. Here's a task that I want you guys to do right now. Okay? So I'm going to get you into action right away. Are you on, so I'm flipping back and forth. Hold that thought. Are you on steroids at all? Hormone therapy. And that may be something that you might want to also talk to your doctor or surgeon about, because I always say I'm not a doctor or surgeon. So if there's hormone therapy that's impacting your weight, that would be important to know. That would be important to know. Not at this moment. Okay. But that's something that I can do research on. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. So the thing that I want you guys to write down right now are 5 things that you can do instead of eat. 5 things that you can do instead of eat. My go-to things are like call a friend, go for a walk, go to the gym, read or listen to a book. I mean, there's a ton of things that you could do. And then my 5th thing is journal. I'll write about it. So what are the 5 things that you would do instead of eat? Right? Because we are only supposed to be eating at meal times. So if you're hungry and you're walking into the refrigerator or into the kitchen because you're head hungry, I would even put, and I think I even wrote this in one of my articles. I'm not sure if it's come out yet, but I've written this, put something on the refrigerator that says, is it mealtime yet? Because if it's not mealtime, then you're not supposed to be eating. And that's just the way it is. So if it's not mealtime, then get some water, get some tea, and that kind of thing. So you want to make sure that you get your liquids in. But 5 things that you can do, and literally use those 5 things regularly. Because a lot of this is a habit. Going for the food is a habit. Wanting to satiate your brain, your head hunger, is a habit. And so when you start to practice new habits, that's going to shift your mindset. That's going to shift you like, oh, I'm hungry. Is it mealtime? Am I physically hungry? No. Okay, so what am I doing? Right? So it's literally taking those steps and writing down what it is that you are needing at this moment to do something differently. Because going to the refrigerator is not serving your highest and best at that moment. So having that list is going to help you and switch it up. Like, you can always add to that list. What else can I do? What else can I do? So something else that doesn't include food. And also think about your physical hunger versus your head hunger. Especially if you're getting in your liquids, a lot of times, and this has been medically noted, when you think you're hungry, you're actually needing liquids. And my doctor said 70 something ounces. So even more than the 64 ounces that is 8 glasses of water a day. So make sure that you're getting your water in, and use that as part of the habit shifting. And that's one of the things that we do. So that's what I've got for you today. Make sure that you're doing not just what you know to do, but actually practically applying the steps. And I'm here to help you shift your mindset, but also to give you a kick in the butt, because I needed a kick in the butt. And people often need that because you need to be held accountable. And I get that, because I needed to be held accountable. Because at one point, when I was at a stall for way too long, I had met with someone and they said, so is this where you want to be? Is this where you want to stay? And I was like, no. And they said, so what is it that you're doing? And I had to get super real with what I was doing and what I was not doing and what I really needed to do in order to deal with this. Because this is what it comes down to. Anything that shows up physically, a lot of times has to do with this. Now, Kenya, I totally understand that there's a medical issue there. When there's a medical issue present, sometimes those things have been, the medical piece is something that's an unknown, right? So that's where you've got to, that's where I'm going to do some research and also see what else is going on for that. But for most people without the medical piece, if there's something that you're not doing, right? So if it's that you're not exercising, you're not getting that muscle mass or eating that proper diet, then why is it that you're not losing, or why is it that you're going through regain? And so it's important that we keep you mentally stimulated on task, but also practicing the steps and also looking at your emotions. So these are all the things that I'm going to be talking about. I'm excited to talk about. So please share what you want to learn with me in that post, and also what you want to learn, because I'm going to get you into doing, because knowing is one piece and then doing is the other. Okay? So I hope you guys have an amazing Winning and Wisdom Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon.